Alright guys, this is your first station on multi-step equations today. So now we've covered 1 and 2 step equations, and multi-step just adds in a step before you're adding and subtracting and then multiplying or dividing. So you already have the pieces, it's just putting it together. So we've talked about distributive property, we've talked about combining like terms in expressions, and now we're going to apply them to equations. So I've given you a checklist here, and the same checklist is on your notes. And I put it in this order because that's the order that you should go in order to efficiently solve the equation that you see. So I've got 6 times the quantity of x minus 5 is equal to 12. I'm going to start by drawing my line down the middle to show that I'm balancing the two sides of my equation. And the first thing I see on my checklist is, did I use distributive property? And so I see that I have this number outside parentheses next to an expression inside parentheses. So I should be multiplying 6 times x, which is 6x. I'm going to bring down the subtraction sign, and then I'm multiplying 6 times 5, which is 30, is equal to 12. And so I've taken care of distributive property. Now I need to undo the addition or subtraction in order to remove the constant. Now, if it's helpful for you to still use the strategy we've been talking about in class, where you write what I see and what I'll do, definitely take a few seconds to do that. You still have the blank template that Ms. Parlapiano made for you in order to record that. So I'm just going to quickly write out what I see, what I'll do. So if I'm looking at the two-step equation that's in front of me, and I'm thinking about, well, what's happening to x? I see, and I'm going to switch colors here. So I see that I'm subtracting 30. And in order to undo that when I solve, I'm going to add 30. That's the inverse operation. I also see that I am multiplying x times 6. And so when I solve, I'll want to divide by 6. The first thing I'll take care of is the undoing addition or subtraction. That's first on my checklist. So that's the add 30. And the second is the divide by 6. So if I add 30 to each side, on the left side I'm just left with 6 times x. Negative 30 plus 30 is 0. And on the right side, 12 plus 30 is 42. And now I've taken care of the undoing addition or subtraction. Finally, I'm going to undo the multiplication or division. I've already written on my pre-plan that I'm going to divide each side by 6. And remember how we simplify these, where 6 divided by 6 is just 1x, or x, and 42 divided by 6 is equal to 7. At the next station, you will be looking at combining like terms with two-step equations.